Morning, guys. We're gonna go for a walk in the woods today and see what we can find. We're in a pretty mixed forest. There's a lot of cedar. Oh, there's a turkey around the bend. Let's see if we can see him. I think I lost him. There was a big tom turkey there. Anyway, we're going to go for a hike in the woods today and see what we can find. Obviously, it would be awesome to see some big mammals. Deer, obviously, bear, you know, whatever. A marten, a fisher. Those are all high hopes. But we'll see what we can find today. If you can see these, holy crap, the bugs are bad today. So we'll see how long I survive out here. Maybe they'll pick me up and carry me away. Anyway, let's see what we can do. Oh, the bugs are crazy. I've been hiking all morning and I just found a sapsucker nest. Oh, let's see if we can keep the bugs off, which we can. So I have a shot right now and they're still actively feeding the young, but I think I'm going to see if I can move it a bit in a second here to get a better angle. But great morning. Really, really cool. I've repositioned myself to see if I can get a better view. I think I'm still far away. They're still actively feeding the young. You can actually hear them in the nest, which is weird because they're not coming out of the nest. So maybe they're just too young still, but anyway, this is what it looks like here. I'm gonna try my best here to get that photo of them leaving the nest, you know, their head poking out. It's like that classic woodpecker photo. If you can see what I'm looking at here. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see if we can get this. So there you saw it. So anyway, while I was, there's a mosquito on my head. While I was filming this, just past this, there's a bit of a clearing, and there's a Scarlet Tanager that popped out. So I got some photos of that, but I'm gonna leave these guys now, and I'm gonna go see if I can find the Scarlet Tanager. It's a beautiful, bright red bird, little flycatcher. So we'll see if we can find that. Look at the mosquitoes are everywhere. They're brutal right now. They're stuck on the lens. Anyway, very, very cool morning. we just left the sapsucker nest. Great little shot. It was awesome to find those. And then I'm in this mixed forest. There's a ton of cedar, but then there's a lot of deciduous in here, a lot of poplar. There's some cherry, there's some ironwood, all kinds of stuff in here. Oh, the bugs are getting me. Anyway, I found that Scarlet Tanager. So there's a video there and some brutal photos, to be honest. I couldn't get the focus right. But yeah, I've only found a few of them. They're not very common in this area of Ontario. And the only times I've found them, it's in areas like this, mixed forest with some good dense forest, but then some open areas as well. So yeah, interesting point, but it was great to see because there's lots of poplars, and poplar is a pretty soft wood, so it's a good hardwood, but then it just lets the woodpeckers nest in those a little bit easier. So there's some really nice mature poplars in here. There's a big one right there. Anyway, these bugs, I'm gonna lose half my body weight in blood today. Anyway, so far, a really good morning. All in all, that was a great day. The Scarlet Tanager was a nice find for sure. I've only seen a handful of those in my life, so that was fantastic. I think the video was all, well, I don't think it was handheld, so it was all shaky and crap, but we'll see what it looks like when I actually edit this. But yeah, and then finding that sapsucker nest, that was really, really cool. So to see those as they were feeding, and again, really odd how the young weren't coming to the nest hole, which was kind of bizarre, but anytime I've seen that before, the young are always super eager. So again, maybe they were just still too young, but they weren't noisy. So it's kind of mid-June or early to mid-June now. You'd think they'd be bigger now, but anyway. Other than that, I mean, it was a good morning. I feel like using this tripod can be an absolute pain in the ass sometimes, but that is what it is. I'll have to get something better, but for now, this is what I got. And as you know, in photography, whatever you have is the best thing. Or what do they say? I'm ruining it now. The best camera you can have is the one in your hand. So maybe that applies to a tripod, maybe not. But overall, really, really good day. I'm on friends of mine, they offered me just to go hike their 50 acres out here. And when we were hiking here last week, we saw a doe with a fawn. So I was hoping maybe we'd run into them today, but that didn't happen, and that's okay. So we're almost back at the truck now. And my wife just told me that there's a snapping turtle laying eggs on our lawn as we speak. So maybe by the time I get home, it'll still be there laying, maybe not. It's kind of weird because I don't want to disturb her laying the eggs, but to drive out the driveway I might. Every year we get one or two that come to lay eggs on our lawn. And one year, I think the kids actually spooked it, and so it dropped the eggs early into the creek. So we hopped into the canoe. We actually went out in the canoe. The kids had nets. We scooped up the eggs that were in the creek, and we brought them back. We buried the nest. Buried the eggs, made a nest. We Googled to see how deep it should be and all that fun stuff. Anyway, we laid them, or however you say that. We made the nest, covered them over, and I mean, we can't say because we never saw them, but later that fall, we noticed that it had been excavated a little bit, but not like a raccoon came in and got it. Something else. So we're pretty certain that they hatched. We found shells, but they weren't like eaten shells. So anyway, really, really cool. I think we buried 5 eggs in total. Anyway, we found 3 eggs, so we feel like 3 of them actually hatched, which is really cool. So yeah, if you spook turtles, sometimes they'll actually just lay because they have to. And if you ever see eggs that are in the water, sometimes that's why. Turtle just gets spooked, and anyway, it has to lay its eggs. It has to. It's, you know, it's that time. It's got to do it, so it does it. Kind of abandons the nest just for its own safety. But anyway, there you go. So I'm actually going to flip you around all through here today, which now I don't know where I saw it, but there's these millipedes. Man, the bugs are getting me. Here it is. And these guys are just everywhere right now. So I'll have to find out some more information on them. But they're big. They get to like, I don't know, 3-4 inches long. And they're super neat little guys. But yeah, there's tons of them right now. Anyway, all in all, like I said, a really good day. I'm just getting back to the truck now. But yeah, hopefully this edit looks good because I'm trying to get better at this. But it's not easy. You got to plan your video, and I kind of don't. I kind of just go. So anyway, hopefully you like it. Hopefully it looks good, sounds good, and I'll see you on the next one. So just as I said, there's one laying at home. There's one laying by the, there's a big creek here. Right, so there you go. So I'm zoomed in. I'm not too close to this big old gal. And I'm going to just go on my way here. There you go. So there she is. That's the one that my wife and kids found today. That's a big snapping turtle. And they said she was laying eggs. I don't think I'm focused right here. Anyway, she's on a mission now. But I parked, I haven't even got out of the truck yet because I didn't want to spook her. Because I'm zoomed in full at 500 mils on this camera. And she's just motoring along. Oh, sorry, the bugs are getting me in my truck now. There's one biting my forehead right now. Yeah, they're impressive turtles. They're really big. The big thing with these snapping turtles is it takes, I don't remember the number, but it takes a very long time for them to reach sexual maturity, for them to actually lay eggs. So it's really important that we do our best not to hit them on the roads, because that's most often when they're dying. Because it takes a long time for them to repopulate, like a long, long time. But yeah, I love these guys because they're just like old dinosaurs. If you can see there. Yeah, I'm focusing on the grass, not the turtle. Yeah, I think that's better. But you can see the spikes on her tail. They're just awesome, awesome creatures. So there you go. What a nice way to cap off the video.